Frodo sailed into the west, but Samwise Gamgee stayed behind. What happened to him after that moment? How did the gardener who carried the ring, faced down Shelob, and literally carried Frodo up Mount Doom, spend the next 60 years of his life? The answer involves 13 children, 49 years as mayor, a gift from Galadriel that transformed the entire Shire, and one final journey that would reunite him with Frodo in a place mortals rarely tread. This is the complete story of what happened to the real hero of Lord of the Rings. Sam's return to the Shire in November of 3019 was not the homecoming he had dreamed of during those dark nights in Mordor. The Shire had been occupied and ravaged by Sharky, revealed to be none other than the fallen wizard Saruman and his band of ruffians. The green country Sam loved had been industrialized and polluted, its ancient trees felled, including the beloved party tree under which Bilbo had given his farewell speech. Here we see a crucial difference between the two ring-bearers, where Frodo had been broken by his burden, unable to find peace even in the Shire he had saved. Sam discovered something remarkable. He could heal through purpose, through action, through the very soil beneath his feet. Sam began to rebuild not just the Shire, but himself. And then came Galadriel's gift, a small box of earth from Lothlorien. When Sam scattered it across the Shire, the land itself bloomed as if touched by elven hands, a fragment of the undying lands rooted in Hobbit soil. Sam didn't hoard this precious gift. With characteristic generosity, he traveled to every corner of the Shire, mixing tiny pinches of the blessed earth with seeds and saplings. The results were nothing short of miraculous. The year 1420 of the Shire Reckoning became legendary, a year when the sun shone and the rain fell in perfect measure, when every tree blossomed and every field overflowed with bounty. In the party field, where the great party tree once stood, Sam planted the Malorn seed. By spring, a sapling with silver bark and golden flowers had sprouted, the only Malorn tree to grow west of the mountains and east of the sea, a living connection to the fading world of the elves. With the Shire healed, Sam could finally turn to healing himself. Where Frodo could not find peace, Sam discovered something profound. Through Rosie, through children, through the earth itself, Sam built the life Frodo could never return to. On May 1st, 1420, exactly 1 year after the ring's destruction, Sam married Rosie Cotton, the girl he had loved since before his great adventure. When Frodo departed for the Grey Havens in September of 1421, he left Bag End entirely to Sam and Rosie. The gardener's son from Bagshot Row had become master of the finest hobbit hole in Hobbiton, not through ambition, but through love and service. Sam and Rosie's marriage was blessed with extraordinary fruitfulness, 13 children in total. Their firstborn, Eleanor, arrived on March 14th, 1421, with golden hair unusual among hobbits, as if touched by the memory of Lothlorien. Through his children, Sam ensured that the memory of the Fellowship would live on in the most personal way possible, from gardener to ring-bearer to the Shire's greatest mayor. In the year 1427, by Shire reckoning, 6 years after Frodo's departure, the Shire folk elected him as their new mayor by overwhelming acclaim. This began an unprecedented tenure of leadership that would span 49 years. For nearly half a century, Sam was not just a leader. He became the heart of Hobbiton itself. Sam's importance extended far beyond the Shire's borders. In the year 1436, King Elisar Aragorn traveled north to the Brandywine Bridge. There, he formally recognized Sam's service by naming him a counselor of the North Kingdom. More personally, Aragorn gifted Sam with the Star of the Dunedain, a silver brooch that marked him as one of the great heroes of the age. Sam wore it only on the most special occasions, his natural humility unchanged by honors that would have turned other heads. Perhaps Sam's most crucial role was one few saw directly, as the keeper and completer of the Red Book of Westmarch. This volume, begun by Bilbo as his private diary and expanded by Frodo to include the full account of the War of the Ring, was entrusted to Sam before Frodo's departure. Through Sam's dedication, the story of the ring became history rather than legend, fact rather than fading memory. Sam also became the Shire's living connection to the wider world. He planted seeds of wonder alongside his gardens, ensuring the Shire would never again be caught completely unaware by the outside world. Sam's life was long and full, blessed beyond the measure of most hobbits, but mortality touches all who dwell in Middle-earth. In the year 1482, by Shire reckoning, the 61st year of the Fourth Age, Rosie Cotton Gamgee passed away after 62 years of marriage. Sam was 102 years old. With Rosie gone, something changed in Sam. The sea longing, that strange call that touches all who have borne a ring of power, had finally awakened in him. On September 22nd, 1482, Frodo and Bilbo's birthday, Sam rode out from Bag End one last time. According to Eleanor's account, passed down through generations, Sam rode to the Grey Havens and passed over the sea. Sam was more than a gardener, more than a mayor. He was a ring-bearer, and for that, he earned a fate no other hobbit ever would, to sail west and see Frodo again. This wasn't a reward of immortality. The undying lands do not grant endless life to mortals. Instead, it was a final grace, the chance to heal completely from all wounds of body and spirit, to find perfect peace, and most importantly, to reunite with Frodo for whatever time remained to them both. And so, the tale of Samwise Gamgee comes full circle. He began as a simple gardener, eavesdropping under a window, and ended as perhaps the most complete hero in all of Tolkien's legendarium. Not because he slew dragons or claimed kingdoms, but because he embodied the virtues Tolkien held most dear: loyalty, courage, humility, and above all, love. Sam's heroism was never about him. It was always about others, about Frodo, about the Shire, about his family, about the future. He sought no glory and claimed no great deeds, yet his hands literally carried the hope of the world up Mount Doom. He desired no power, yet became one of the most influential leaders in the Shire's history. He wanted only his garden and his Rosie, yet earned the right to sail into the ancient West. Sam's legacy lived on in the Shire he helped heal, in the children who carried names of heroes, in the Red Book that preserved the greatest story of the age. The Malorn tree in the party field stood for centuries as a living reminder that even the humblest person can bring a touch of grace to the world. Tolkien once wrote that Sam was meant to represent the common soldier of World War I, the simple Englishman who did his duty without complaint, who showed unexpected heroism when needed, and who wanted nothing more than to return home to tend his garden. In him, Tolkien argued that such ordinary people, not the great and mighty, are the true foundation upon which civilization rests. Samwise Gamgee's story reminds us that heroism comes in many forms. Sometimes it's the flash of a sword in battle. Sometimes it's the will to take just one more step when all strength is gone. But perhaps most often, It's found in the quiet dedication to doing what's right, day after day, with no thought of reward. He was the friend who wouldn't let go, the gardener who replanted a ravaged land, the father who raised heroes, the leader who served rather than ruled. He was, in every sense that mattered, the chief hero of the tale. Not despite his simplicity, but because of it. What moments of Sam's journey resonate most with you? Do you agree with Tolkien that he, not Frodo or Aragorn, was the true hero of the story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the complete story of our favorite gardener, consider subscribing for more explorations of Tolkien's magnificent legendarium. Until next time, may your gardens grow as green as Sam's, and may your friendships prove as faithful.